getting the W. Woo woo! Man, I love.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Utah. And for Utah, both players and coaches have talked about the importance of a fast start. They don't want to play catch-up in the standings. Tonight, they'll try to overcome that first hurdle in achieving their goals for this year. And you love the build-up to a new season. Lots of anticipation. Shaq, what are you looking for?
There were some VIMs this offseason.
Very interesting moves on that.
Oh, you like that? Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. And you got to understand, that kind of shift, that right there can shift the balance of power.
Wow. Last year, the Eastern and Western Conference was balanced out. Well, we'll see if the trend reverses this year.
And that'll take it right up to tip as we go courtside.
Checking out Utah's opening lineup. He got out and over. Whiteside is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green, and it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. And for the Pelicans, Porzingis is out there with Zach LaVine. And there's Kemba Walker. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Harden in the shooting guard position.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doors, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
And Walker kicks to Porzingis. Here's Capella. LaVine for three. And three-pointers right on target.
Well, you want a shooter to catch it and go right in rhythm. Zach LaVine goes just that.
Lowry passes to Whiteside. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Leonard from deep three-point land. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a three of his own. Beautiful.
LaVine can't hit.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Good work there as it goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Utah called for the foul.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career. Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker. He has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And that one falls for Walker. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
And so Walker is both of them.
boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Lowry passes to Whiteside. Green against Harden. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast on the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
In the corner, Harden. Hot ball. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Oh, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Lowry finds Leonard. Over Porzingis. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 7 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
To the paint, Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up, and he nails the jumper. Leonard's got 9.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Lowry against Walker. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Lowry. Back to Leonard. 13 feet away. Here's Whiteside, and Capella sends it down.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
And he's known as the Claw. Kawhi Leonard doors with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
First one falls for him. And the Raptors went all in trading for Kawhi Leonard last season, Doris. Great talent surrounding him in Toronto, but this past summer, he decided to move on.
But, Kevin, a championship makes the gamble worthwhile if you were Toronto. For Kawhi, any team he plays on is going to have a chance to win. And now this young man, a champion, starts a new chapter.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well. And my goodness gracious, they play some basketball.
Interesting how now the league is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. You look at Green, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from three.
Now, here's Walker. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kept everybody in the mix.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Green. Leonard's got 13 points.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Harden against Green. Outside, Walker. 5 on the clock. The 15-footer. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. It's a 3-point game. That one falls.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth, good production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
Now, here's Walker. But Green scored the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And this is where Walker thrives in an assertive long-distance shooter.
Now with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Leonard, no luck. The Pelicans trail. Here's Harden. Gets the front of the rim and out. Jazz have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Leonard draws the double. Here's Whiteside on the jam by Whiteside.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Harden scanning the floor. Great tee that time from Green.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
And this is the key. In this game, you've got to be able to move your feet to be successful on the defensive end.
And it's Leonard missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Anunoby. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Pelicans 4 by 4. Here's Levine. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
I tell you, we think of him as a dunker, but you've got to appreciate Levine's touch and his creativity.
Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Now Walker, 5 points in the game. He's up. Here's Capella, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Green against Harden. Green dishes to Lowry. Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own ways as a player.
And Doris, Danny Green included in that Kawhi DeRozan trade, and he's an underrated player in his own right.
No doubt, Kevin, because when you examine the net rating, which is basically what impact does a player have on winning, Danny Green is one of the best in the league. This guy is an all-defensive guy. He can make shots when he's open. You can plug him in at a couple of different positions. So much to like about Danny Green.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Brogdon against Walker. And that one's good, Brogdon. And the Jazz lead by 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Walker. Adams, a nice D.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Walker the pass to Adams. Lays it up off the glass.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Walker surveying the floor. Booker against Beal. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Numbers checked in for the Pelicans. Checking in. Walker against Brogdon. Lets a floater go. Shot's good by Walker. Walker Walker's got 7 points.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Brogdon the pass to Adams. He dishes it to Booker. Right wing, 6 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. Killa with the block. Iguodala outside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Hayward is stopped.
What a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Brogdon with it. Hayward grabs the board.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but patient.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg, yeah. Showing off the bunny. Now, here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Beal can't get it to go. Leonard draws the double. In the corner, it's Brogdon. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Stolen by Brogdon. Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. It's Beal on the wing. 1:31 left in the first quarter. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Collins, and finish off by Collins.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Oh, here's Hayward. 24-point outing in the last game against Sacramento.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
And stolen by Hayward. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
Brogdon with it. Picked up by Turner. Leonard. Good defense by Iguodala. Pelicans 4 by 8. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Brogdon, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brogdon's got 6. So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Now, here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. The 3. That shot is off. And so it's Utah in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a flip. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway left field. Oh, thank you.
My older brother, he was a big fan of him.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Turner's out there with Hooker. And there's Bradley Beal. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Left side, Beal for 3. At happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league with big-time range, but he has continued to extend it out.
Adams' shot is off.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Down low. And there's Randall on the assist by Booker. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Booker outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The pass to Leonard. Score of the basket is 8 for 13 from the floor. And Doris, what is it you think about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Booker's got the lead up to 13 now for Utah. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Passes it to Iguodala. The tray. And no good. And Utah the other way now.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's Adams on the follow. And the Jazz lead by 15.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Back to Iguodala, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Brogdon kicks to Leonard. Pass to Adams. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Booker. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Oubre. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Adams, some nice D. Leonard draws the double. Booker in the corner. Back to Leonard.
Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Turner comes with the double team. Leonard the bounce pass. And the layup is good. 6 points for Julius Randle.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Beal gets in. Randle with some nice D. Jazz leading by 15. Pass to Brogdon. On the wing, Booker. The pass to Leonard. From deep three-point range, they get it back. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Horford. Porzingis comes in for Miles Turner. Green's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's James Harden in for Bradley Beal.
I tell you, when Levine gets up ahead of steam, he's really difficult to stay in front of.
And Booker kicks to Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. At 5. Jump shot is good that time. Anunoby's got his second basket of the game. Pelicans trail by 17. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Doris, even though he can sometimes get a little ahead of himself, you love the energy that Kelly Oubre plays with.
Oubre is exactly the kind of player who can provide punch on the offensive end off the bench. He comes in, defensive end, he can finish plays for you offensively.
Capella finds Oubre. Harden with it. Outside, Levine. Lets it go from the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Randall, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on James Harden. The Jazz shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
The Jazz making a switch here. Green's checked in. And here's Levine. He's got 7. The dish to Capella. Back to Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams.
Just a great job picking his spots, where to be aggressive. Levine drawing fouls at a higher rate these days.
Right side's checked in for Steven Adams. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And Randall throws it down.
When Kyle Lowry is aggressive as a playmaker, his team goes to a different level.
Green against Levine. It's to Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There is so much to love about Kristaps. Jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Walker's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. John Collins, he's checked in for Randall. Green against Harden. Green, bounce pass. Outside Collins. Just 5 to shoot. And Green with the basket on the assist by Collins. Green's got his first basket of the night. And Doris, Porzingis not only quick to adapt to the NBA game, but also the culture.
I think it helps, Kevin, that he got tutored in the English language starting in grade school. And think about it, Kevin. This man wore his hair in cornrows back then, emulating the NBA players he saw. So both linguistically, culturally, and basketball-wise, it wasn't too big an adjustment for him.
Here's Harden. A rebound by the Jazz. Outside Lowry. Green up on top. Guarded by Walker. Outside Collins. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Lowry for 3. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
You just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, this guy is a tremendously fast athlete. Levine excels in transition.
Lowry passes to Collins. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Walker. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Pass to Porzingis. And that one goes long. Jazz leading by 16. Here's Anunoby. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And right side sends it back. Feeds to Collins. And finish off by Collins.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Harden against Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pelicans trail by 20. The pass to Levine. And here's Porzingis. Kicks to Hayward. Green against Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good, but he tries to maintain control. He was fouled. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
You love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Utah.
And every year, it seems to me, Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
Clearly a foul.
For Utah, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And he knocks down the first one. And Utah making a change here. Leonard's checked in. That one misses. And here's Hayward. They'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 19. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Well, I love Gordon Hayward's tenacity in the low post. This guy's energy earns him a trip to the stripe.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gordon Hayward at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops by Hayward.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach. Driving and drawing. Initiating contact. Create opportunities. Get to the line.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, you have to appreciate the fundamentals that Gordon Hayward possesses. This guy is a tremendous shooter. He's an aggressive rebounder, smart passer, playmaker. What can he do, guys?
Powered down as the whistle blows, a three-point play chance.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Pelicans trail by 20. 32 seconds left now here in the second. Harden with the stop.
They are very comfortable running their offense and walk. And you can see Clyde drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Brogdon kicks to Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. Pocket 6. Leonard looking over the floor. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his third foul so far. In the situation in the catch, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Substituting for your Pelicans. Al Horford. Bradley Beal.
Leonard with the steal. So it's the Utah Jazz holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
I'll make them play. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 21. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. They've got Whiteside. Green is out there with Lowry. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Now Harden. From deep. Rebound, Utah. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Green. A second chance effort. And the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got 23.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Harden against Green. Outside, Walker. Over Lowry. On the mark at the 15-footer. 9 points for number 1.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Jazz leading by 20. Outside Lowry. Here's Anunoby. Utah gets it back. Count it. Good. And it's 9 points for Hassan Whiteside.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Lowry against Walker. With the floater, and it's good on the layup. Walker's got 11 points.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game unnecessary.
Lowry against Walker. Outside Leonard. Back to Lowry. Here's Green, just 4 to shoot. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Harden outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Kemba Walker. He's coming off an excellent season, 10th in scoring, and he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Lowry passes to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Lowry against Walker. Over Lowry. Walker missing again.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Great talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
Walker against Lowry. And the shot is good. 15 points for Kemba Walker.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Outside Lowry. Launches it. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 9 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And it seems like every team is in search of the, quote, power wing. The guys that have the quickness to defend on the perimeter and the strength to battle inside. OG Anunoby certainly fits the bill.
For Walker. And a switcher also for Utah. Randall's checked in. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. 11 points in the game. And a 7'2" wingspan for Anunoby. He's got the reach, Doris, of a big man.
He does, Kevin. He also has the strength of a big man, but he's got the versatility defensively to guard across 4 positions. It's about finding consistent minutes for OG because the potential is there, Kevin.
Well, it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Gab.
Here's Porzingis. Here's Killa. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Inside. And Booker kicks to Lowry. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Lowry against Harden. Shoots the 3. It's not going to go for him. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And that one, good. 11 points for Julius Randle.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this draw. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Harden against Lowry. Harden outside. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
And Lowry gets double teamed. Booker with no one around. And the Jazz another 3.
How about that? Devin Booker says, anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Iguodala, the pass to Capella. Lowry against Harden. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Lowry. Randle passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hand.
Booker against Iguodala. Passes it to Capella. From deep, Harden. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 17 now.
And Harden's proving why he's an elite ball handler. Absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Leonard the pass to Adams. He kicks to Lowry. And the Jazz another 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Harden against Lowry. Pass to Iguodala. Shot from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
There's the lob to Adams. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Good D by Booker.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Leonard against Oubre. Right side Turner. A rebound by the Jazz. And now Utah, fast break. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Always amongst the league leader in steals, Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break. Harden
against Lowry. Harden kicks to Oubre. Hits it from three-point range. Oubre's got his first 3 points of the game.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Turner against Adams. Leonard on the wing. Corner shot. The rebound by Turner.
Well, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Harden draws the double. Lets the three fly. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Lowry passes to Adams. Lowry against Harden. Booker outside. Clock at 4. From the arc. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Kyle Lowry. A very nice season for him last year. Put up about 14 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Back to Oubre. This one for 3. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Whiteside's checked in for Steven Adams. John Collins comes in for Randall. Danny Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Booker looking around. Pass to Whiteside. Back to Booker. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. 5th best, Clint Capella.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
For Utah, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, you love guys who are efficient, reliable free throw shooters. Devin Booker is not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Up top, Walker. He's guarded by Brogdon. Beal's shot is good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now the pass to Brogdon. Back to Booker. On the wing, Green. 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Nice D from Levine. Beal gets a wide open look. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Utah. Booker trying to free himself up, and that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 11 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Walker with it from downtown. And that one released in time, but no good. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Utah. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Pelicans shooting for the game at 42%. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. They've got Bradley Beal. Hayward out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Horford. And it's Jackson in at the point. And finished off by Griffin.
Well, anyone looking for highlights? Because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
Brogdon against Jackson. Passes it to Beal. Launches a three. The rebound by Brogdon. Brogdon's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate. It's fair. They've earned the right to choose where they play.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Guys, let's remember, Danny Green was waived not just once, twice. But I love that he didn't put his head down. And ultimately, he wins his first championship with the 2014 Spurs. And what a valuable piece he remains. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Bounce pass from Brogdon. Griffin inside, guarded by Horford. There's Gordon with the three. Connects from three-point range.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Kawhi Leonard. David?
Hey, guys, Utah's head athletic trainer gave me an update. Told me that it looks like he sprained that wrist. Thankfully, no signs of broken bones. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. OG Anunoby's checked in for Utah. Utah's on defense. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Beal can't get it to go.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Gordon dishes to Collins. Pass to Anunoby. Dwyer, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Gordon, the pass to Griffin. Over Hayward. Here's Collins. Griffin trying to get open. Shot by Collins, no good.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that play.
Whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And Griffin sends it back. They recover it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Outside Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
In transition, here come the Jazz. Brogdon leading the charge. Gordon, the pass to Brogdon. Good, nice job down low. Now here's Jackson. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Beal dishes to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Outside Griffin. And the layup's good off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Jackson looking around. Dishes to Beal. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Big time tough play by Beal right there. Unfazed by the foul.
And the Pelicans making a change. Turner's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Julius Randle's checked in for Collins. And that one falls for Beal. And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting two-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
Here's Hayward, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hayward's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Gordon Hayward has an interior game that is solid. He's outstanding using his height and his touch on the interior.
Brogdon kicks to Anunoby. He feeds it to Randle. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Horford. Beal from long range. Eric Gordon grabs the board.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Bounce pass from Brogdon. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the plane.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid looks for them. Anunoby passes to Griffin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And shaking off the D like it isn't even there. Griffin's inside game is so advanced.
Hayward outside. Beal, the pass to Jackson. We've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kevin.
It's good.
Well, this is where Al Horford gets going, right? He's a high percentage shooter anytime he's got deep post position.
Pass to Griffin. Back to Brogdon for the three. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Hayward outside. Back to Jackson. On the pass to Turner. Beal deciding where to go with it. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And Turner with the basket on the assist from Beal. And that's now 7 points for Miles Turner.
Well, good poise from Turner. You do not have to let the clock affect your shot. Really nice.
Here's Anunoby to the inside. Here's Brogdon. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Lets it go from 11. Off the left rim and out.
He really just tried to do a little too much there. He shouldn't be afraid to kick that one back out.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Griffin. Pelicans pull it in. Hayward outside. Kicks to Jackson. Outside, Beal. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Horford finds Beal. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Passes to Anunoby. 1:52 left in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Pass to Randall. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Andre Iguodala has checked in for Bradley Beal. Danny Green, he's checked in for Utah. .32 left in the game. Hayward the bounce pass. Shot clock at 5. Outside Turner. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Trimmer's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Jazz.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Griffin kicks to Gordon. Jazz passing it around. Fires it up. Hayward with some nice D. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for New Orleans. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jackson against Brogdon. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, with Blake Griffin. And Blake, you guys look very strong tonight. What do you think this team's potential is this season?
I think the sky's the limit. Everybody believes, everybody buys in, everybody fights every night, so I think the sky's the limit. But at the same time, not getting too high, not getting too low. Making sure we...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.